Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is Fire Emblem Heroes time on Tuesday evening, but Wednesday morning by the time this goes live. Time zones. Evidently our new legendary is Ninian. So probably green or blue, as I said in the prediction video that I feel like I put out way too early now, because I thought we would have this sooner than that, but don't know why I thought that was the case. Either way, blue or green for a legendary. Here's what the prediction was in case you weren't in the know. Now you are. Probably an ascended hero in Florina showing up, quite possibly. Could be green, could be blue. Either way, we're getting a Ninian. So let's check it out. Let's see what color. Let's see what color. Let's see what color. Let's see what color. It's gotta be blue, right? It'd be weird having a green Ninian.
Is that our world will one day become a place where humans and dragons
She is green.
together?
Oh, that's different. Okay. That's different. Oh my. Okay. Alright, that's different. Okay. Alright, she's a cav. That's a little scary. Okay. SR near trace. Pog. Bleu fier de Bleu. Sorry for my European brethren who had to listen to that. Attack speed catch 4. Great. Faithful breath and Dragon's Dance. Feel like I should make a Gyarados reference somewhere here, but I will refrain from doing that. Those are her two. Everything else we've seen before. Evidently, SR Near Trace, I think previously was on Summer Neefle, I think is who has that, or is the only thing that has that so far. So this is, I think, the first new recurrence of that, still limited, but appears slightly more than a single seasonal banner would. Faithful Breath grants attack +3 if Singer Dance is used, inflicts defense res -6 on nearest foes within 4 spaces of both unit and target ally through their next actions. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 40%, grants attack speed +6 to unit during combat. And also, if unit initiates combat, neutralizes effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks. And also, if unit initiates combat and has weapon triangle advantage or penalty is active on foe, foe cannot counterattack. Adaptive damage if range is 2. Well, that is a lot. So let's go back through. Let's re-break this down a little bit. We're getting an attack buff of 3, great. Or I guess a visible. We're just getting an extra 3 attack. That's the proper way to say that. If we sing or dance, right? So this is coming into play at some point, I am sure. Inflicts defense res -6 on nearest foes within 4 spaces of both unit and target ally. So because she is a cav, okay, she starts off with 3 range, unless of course she has an additional buff that gives her an extra space. Think like legendary Sigurd or something like that, right? So she has the ability to get up to someone much closer, right? And then the debuff range is both her and the target ally. So there is just, that's a huge space. That's a huge range, if you think about it. She can get to places, you know, she doesn't have to be up at the top of the map to begin with. She can just go there and then, yeah. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 40%, grants +6 attack speed to unit during combat. And also, if unit initiates combat, neutralizes effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks. And also, If unit initiates combat and has a weapon triangle advantage or a penalty is active on a foe, which it would in theory, foe cannot counterattack. So there you go. That's pretty much what that is. I guess the benefit here, the penalty could also be something like, well, maybe not this. Probably just weapon triangle advantage should be the easier thing to proc, because penalty depends on her singing, or I guess dancing rather, which then she has already moved and therefore cannot attack. So, right. Okay, so one of those conditions is easier to proc than the other. Weapon advantage, obviously, which in this case would just be blue dragony goodness, or green dragony goodness, sorry. Okay. So really, the ultra benefit here comes from her being able to debuff at a pretty broad distance. Dragon's Dance grants another action to target ally. If used on turn 2 onward, also grants another action to unit. Well, there you go. Okay, never mind. This penalty now, super relevant. Super relevant. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. You can pretty much just dance and then take another shot after turn 2. So this is basically all just native built. She will do this naturally. You don't really have to put a lot of effort into it. Great. Who knew? Grants attack speed plus 16 and pair up cohort, if any, for 1 turn. And inflicts isolation on unit and pair up cohort, if any, through their next action. Interesting. Okay, so it is a limited second action, which is good. That is good. So she's gonna have to be very, very close to enemy territory. If she wants to utilize the second condition of her Faithful Breath here. Effects that can trigger on 2 and onward do not trigger again for 3 turns after triggering. Oh. Okay. So effects that can trigger on 2 turn onward. So basically the additional action. They will not trigger again for 3 turns after triggering. So 2, 5, 8, 11. Am I catching on correctly? Okay, so this is actually like crazy limited. It's crazy limited. This basically gives you 1 extra movement during like a summoner's duel situation. It will give you 1 to 2, depending on how soon you use it, in ether raids. Okay, so at surface value, it seems really, really good, but it is very limiting. So it's very timing specific. You have to time this because it's not just oh, you get this all the time, right? So you really got to know when to proc. And I guess you really got to time the dance, because that's gonna set all that in motion, and then you just can't use it again for another 3 turns afterwards. So it almost feels like she's meant to be an attacker first, which the kit does kind of imply, right? The passives down here, but then up here it's like, oh hey, by the way, you get big crazy uh-ohs basically once, maybe twice. I don't know that many other maps are gonna last that long. Maybe if you're doing like a crazy difficulty for like a legendary hero battle or something. Yeah, it almost feels like they want you to utilize her as like an offensive unit primarily, and then use a very strategically timed dance to let her go bananas. That is the vibe that I get from the base kit. I'm sure we'll learn more once we see base stats and things like that. But that is the vibe that I get just looking at the base kit and seeing what she does and the stipulations on her. Let's look at the rest, because we've already spent 10 minutes doing this. And there is a Genshin Impact update tonight. I got things to do. Alright, I got people to see. I got wishes to make.
What's your plan?
My plan is...
Take
Aw,
this strength.
Nils. I mean, she looks great. Yeah, this is where that situation works very well. She's got the color advantage. She's already debuffed. What a great way to display exactly how to use her. I guess. Alright, Mila, yep. Reagan, yep. All the ones that we've known about. Sure. All the Byleths. Pine. Lilith. Ninian. Xander and Florina. Hey! The kid can't be stopped. I'm actually not a kid. I'm not quite kid age anymore. Point being, we absolutely nailed it again. It's a double Ninian banner. Who knew? Crazy world we're living in. Not a terribly hard one to predict. Obviously, with legendary Ninian here being green, that means poor Letizia will have to come back another time. Sad. But here we are. We got everything else right. That's awesome, I guess. It's a strong banner. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a strong banner. I don't know that it's, go all out strong, but it's strong. Red is okay. I think your best possible pickup, Fallen Lilith. Honestly. I think Ascended Florina, if you haven't gotten the Floret, probably should pick her up. Tyne is good, but I don't think she's necessary. A lot of people sleep on Tyne. Yes, I know. I'm not calling her tiny. I get it. I understand. I get your rage. I understand it. I'm not going to acknowledge it. Florina does have good fodder, though, so there is that. I mean, blue is bonkers. Ninian and Byleth both are pretty nuts. And then Xander was a little bit of a letdown. I think his banner performance wise did not do too well. And I think we all kind of know why, unfortunately. But hey, it is what it is. But he is alongside Byleth, who is really great. And then also Ninian, who, again, seems pretty straightforward. It just, I don't think you need a lot of copies for her. So we'll see how the banner does overall. I don't know. I don't think it is worth pulling a lot on. Maybe go the Spark if there's something in here that you really want and you have the ability to Spark because you are a Fey Pass holder. But I don't know that I'd go crazy beyond that. It feels very account specific. Like, it depends on what you've got and what you want. So let me know if you are intending to poll. That was my segue that I planned right from the beginning. Seamless. I've been doing this a while. Anywho, I don't think there's anything else to really see here. The banner will be live for like just under 2 weeks. I think like 10, 11 days, something like that. I will be summoning. I'll probably try and spark Ninian, honestly, because she's the new thing that I don't have yet. And she seems pretty good. Like, I feel like for limited hero battles, she'd be pretty insane. Pending, of course, you can actually use a dancer for those. But yeah, we'll probably spark unless I get her early, in which case probably just call it a day there. Probably just call it a day. You know how it is. Yeah, let me know if you're summoning on this banner. I hope that my off the cuff commentary has benefited you in some way, shape, or form. And if it did, leave a like and come on back for more, because there's always stuff happening over here, evidently. By the way, I did stuff. Isn't that awesome? It's like almost done. What you can't see are all of my consoles just right over there, just begging to be put up and plugged in and played, which they haven't been in like 10 years. So, cool. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Susan YouTube is watching. She called me. And she said, KCB, your numbers? Cringe. So let's prove Susan wrong together. That's what I'm saying. Thank you. And until then, I'll catch you next time.